I know the lighting is great, and I didn't even make it out the car with this video. I didn't even make it out the car. At the time of recording, this is October 5th, but I'm speaking of October 4th, the 6th day of recording in this series. This one will be a bit different. I'm gonna go straight to the Bible, and I'll hit on some thoughts, some spiritual things, spiritual wisdom, spiritual guidance that I received. But I want to just dive into some of the word. I have been reading a lot of John. I feel as though while I'm reading it, it moves very slow. Not very slow, but not moves, but I feel as though there's a lot to be read and understood in John so far. So I've only read up to, let's see, chapter 6. Only read up to chapter 6. I have previously read Matthew, Mark, Luke. Now I'm on to John. There's just so much to learn. There's so much to learn, and there's so much to become more knowledgeable on. Let's see. So my first thing that I'm saying when I'm opening the Bible is John 6:35. Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. But as I told you, you have seen me, and still you do not believe. All those the Father gives me will come to me, and whoever comes to me I will never drive away. For I have come down from heaven not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none of all those he has given me, but raise them up at the last day. For my Father's will is that everyone who looks to the Son and believes in him shall have eternal life, and I will raise them up at the last day. Now I want to go from John 6:35 to Jesus speaking to the Samaritan woman. In such, John 4:13, Jesus speaks and it says, Jesus answered, everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. And to just envision that with your spirit and your soul, and just have that permeating throughout every aspect of life in every moment is a goal. Such a profound reality. Speaking from there, I don't know about you, but I want to receive everlasting life. I want to have the water that Jesus speaks about. I want to not only obtain, but continue in, or I'm trying to think of a different word for keep, but keep that water that Jesus freely gives. John, I'm reading a lot of John right now. There is a lot to be understood. Stay hydrated, by the way. This one's a little bit slower, and I'm not going to drag it out. There are people running by. I'm in my car, and there's people jogging at 5 a.m. in the morning, bro. 5 a.m. in the morning, people are jogging, bro. And it's not just one or two people, bro. I just seen a line of people, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. I think I only really have two thoughts. And one of them being that sometimes certain places you go to, certain things that you can do, certain maybe even smells, just certain things. And as I'm saying it, it sort of reminds me a little bit of PTSD, but that's not to knock PTSD because I don't know everything medically, everything mentally wise, everything physically or psychologically wise with PTSD. But there are certain places, certain things you could do, just certain actions, certain things that can project thoughts onto you, project the past. And even people can do this. Even people can project certain feelings onto you. And you must stay grounded in the word to protect yourself against such projections, and to have the word. So even if your mind, or even if these projections continue to come against you, you can be knowledgeable of them, because it's a difference between being ignorant of these projections and knowing that they are there. Knowing that they are there means that you can not necessarily fight against them, but you could just be aware of them, if that makes sense. And from there, then you can act upon how you're led to act upon such things, or just yeah. I think that was a big thing. And then another thing, actually this one's the more important part, was I heard that if you dwell in him, he will dwell in you. As you dwell in him, he will dwell in you. As you dwell in him, he will dwell in you. If you dwell in him, he will dwell in you. Yeah. I think that goes sort of with what I was speaking with John. Let me make sure. The lighting's about to change just a bit. Make sure. Dwell in me, and I will dwell in you. Dwell in him, he will dwell in you. Dwell in me, and I will dwell in you. Obviously, I'm not the one speaking on that. Those who have ears to hear, hear. I hope that you continue to seek the face of the Lord and be guided. This is a more laid back one. I still went for like 9 minutes, which is crazy. But we will be back. The 6th day of recording. All praise to the Lord. All right, guys. As always, you already know. Be you.